friends. Welcome to Mrs. Skulski's Schoolhouse. I'm Mrs. Skulski. Today, we're very, very excited because we're going to meet a special letter guest representing the letter E. But before we meet her, I want to give you some hints to see if you can figure out what she might be. Here's the first hint. She lives in Africa. Here's the second hint. When she's full grown, she will be able to eat up to 300 pounds of food every day. And the last clue, 20 minutes after being born, she was able to stand. Do you have any guesses? It's the letter E. Please welcome Ellie the Elephant. Thank you, Mrs. Skulski. I hope you don't mind me correcting you because we actually say my name Ellie the Elephant. Oh, not at all. I apologize for pronouncing it incorrectly. But aren't you an elephant? Oh, yes, indeed. I adore extravagant things, so even my name is fancy. Ellie the Elephant. Very fancy indeed. Friends, extravagant means fancy, doesn't it, Ellie? It certainly does. Well, thank you for coming to visit today. How are you? Oh, I'm wonderful, Mrs. Skulski. Thank you. I'm always excited to chat with new friends, so this is very fun for me. I'm glad you're having such a great time. And I must say that your outfit is beautiful. Oh, why, thank you. It's my favorite one. I wear it for all of my favorite special occasions because I love to get dressed up. I think my skirt and my crown are exquisite. Yes, they are. And I notice that you enjoy using fancy words that start with the letter E. I do enjoy using fancy words, yes. Which is very appropriate because you are representing the letter E. Exactly. Elephants are so amazing, Ellie. In fact, I'm not sure if our friends know this, but they are the largest land animals on Earth. Absolutely. Elephants are exceptional. Although you're quite small for an elephant. Yes, but I'm only 2 years old. I probably won't finish growing until I'm 20. If I was a male, I wouldn't finish growing until I was 35 or 40. Wow, I did not know that. But you are quite right, Mrs. Skulski. Elephants get very big. And they have long trunks that they use for many things, like grabbing food, using it like a snorkel for swimming, and spraying water on themselves to keep cool. That must be fun. It certainly is. I'd love to be able to spray water on myself to stay cool, especially in the summer when it's hot. Oh yes, it's very fun to be an elephant. Especially fun to be elephant. I'm sure it is. And it's important to be able to cool off, isn't it? Because elephants live in very hot places. Yes, we live mostly in Africa, that's where I am, and Asia, unless we're at the zoo. Ooh, and it can get very hot in Africa or Asia. Yes, but our skin is exemplary because it helps us stay cool. Wow, how does it do that? Our skin has many wrinkles and folds on it. Yes, I can see that your little trunk actually has some wrinkles and folds on it. But not a lot of other folds anywhere because I'm young. But as we get older, our skin gets very thick. How thick? 2.5 centimeters thick. Wow, so about that thick? Yes, that's right. How does that keep you cool? Well, one extra special thing about elephants is that our skin can hold up to 10 times more water than flat skin on other animals. Wow. I know underneath people's skin, quite a few layers under, there is a little bit of water that's held there, but I didn't know that about elephants. Now I understand. It is truly remarkable. Now let's talk about elephant tusks because I know they have tusks, but I don't see any on you. Well, that's because I just turned 2. They should start poking through any day now. I hope they look elegant. Oh, I'm sure that they will be. Tusks are always very beautiful. You know, people don't get their teeth right away either. Yes, but you lose your first set. We never lose our tusks. They keep growing and growing throughout our entire lives, which is good because we need them to eat. Really? How so? Well, elephants eat plants. Not meat? No. We use our tusks to dig up roots in the ground or rip off tree bark. Tree bark? Oh, yes. We really enjoy eating grass and leaves and fruit. But when it's really dry and hard to find food, we eat the more woody parts of the tree, like the twigs and the branches and the bark. I did not realize that tusks were so important. I just thought they were very pretty. Well, they are. I'm very excited to get mine. But we do need them, not just for eating, but in case we're in a fight, we use them to protect ourselves. That actually makes sense. And elephants are very social animals, aren't they? Yes, indeed. We love to visit with each other, and we do it all the time because we live in groups called herds. We are very close with other elephants, especially our families. Do you have a family, Ellie? Of course. A mother and a father and aunties and uncles and cousins. Do you have a brother or sister? Yes. I have a big brother. His name is Edwin. Edwin the Elephant. That's wonderful. Do you and Edwin play together? Oh, yes, all the time. But sometimes he upsets me because he likes to spray me with his trunk, and sometimes I'm dressed up in my extravagant clothes, and I don't want to get wet. Well, do you tell him you don't want him to spray you? Of course. I trumpet my horn, and I let him know that I want to play, but I don't want to spray. Would you trumpet for us? Wouldn't that be exciting? Well, all right. Oh, well done, Ellie. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I really did. How do elephants trumpet like that? We push air through our trunks. Wow. Do you trumpet a lot? Oh, yes, we can trumpet quite a bit when we're angry, playful, lost, surprised, and of course, excited. Of course. Do you spend a lot of time with your family, Ellie? Absolutely. Elephants are very caring and help protect other elephants in their herd. And I'll tell you a secret. Okay. Elephants even have a special way of talking with each other using really low sounds that people can't hear. Wow, that's so cool. I also read that elephants are extremely smart. Good word, Mrs. Skulski. Oh, I used the word extremely. Thank you. Yes, elephants have an amazing memory, don't they? And they can remember things for a very long time. You're absolutely right. Elephants are exceptionally smart. Could you give us some examples of how smart you are? Well, we remember special places to find water. That is very smart because where you live, it's very hot and there probably aren't a lot of places to find water. What else? Well, some elephants recognize themselves in the mirror, like people. Very impressive. Some might even say, extraordinary. And Ellie, elephants are not only smart, but they're also known for being very gentle. Even though they're very large, they're extremely kind, not just with each other, but with other animals. So true. Elephants comfort each other when they are sad and upset. As a matter of fact, one day I was very upset because my skirt ripped. It caught on a tree bark. And do you know what my brother Edwin did? He didn't spray you, did he? No. He actually hugged me with his trunk while I cried. That is adorable. That's so sweet. But it looks like your skirt's been fixed. Oh, of course. That's good, I'm glad. Elephants have very big hearts, Mrs. Skulski. I can tell just by talking to you, Ellie, that that is true. Thank you. I love being an elephant. Don't you mean an elephant? Yes, I do. Now, one last question for you, Ellie, before you go. Okay, Mrs. Skulski, what is it? How long do elephants live? Elephants can live up to 60 or 70 years. So you are still very young. You have your whole life ahead of you. Oh, yes, that's true. It's wonderful. Do you have grandparents too then? Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, my grandmother gave me this skirt. She did? Yes. Fascinating. Some would say endearing. It is endearing. Thank you for sharing all of this really magnificent information about elephants with us. Oh my goodness, look at me. Now I'm using fancy words too. I have that effect on people. Well, we've had a fantastic time learning from you, Ellie. You've been very polite and so gentle. It was my pleasure to share with you. And if you ever have any other information that you would like to know about elephants, please feel free to ask me anytime. Well, that's very kind of you. We would love to have you back. I would especially enjoy that. All right, friends. Thanks for joining us today. And thank you for joining us today, Ellie. My pleasure. Let's say goodbye then. We'll see you next time, friends. Bye. Goodbye. Hi, friends. Hey, if you enjoyed meeting me and seeing Mrs. Skulski on Mrs. Skulski's Schoolhouse, remember, subscribe below. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye.